Hello. Welcome. Here we are on page 45. What happened to the Jews after the destruction of the second base of English? You're welcome to take all the notes you like inside your workbook, and then afterwards there's a couple questions to answer. So, Jews across the world heard the news of the Churban. They heard how terrible the Romans were, but they thought they were safe. They thought it was a chance locally to prove their loyalty to Rome, and they were fine. Afterwards, they learned that, guess what, friends? We're all one world, and we all affect each other, and especially part of Am Yisrael, Kol Yisrael, Arevim, Zelazeh. We are all responsible for each other. There are two, and that was part of the refugees' message. Sorry, guys, we're all responsible for each other. There's a little more on the refugees' message. There were two main examples for this concept that we're all responsible for each other. Part one, discuss Judaicus. Originally, the Jews around the world used to give a voluntary tax towards the upkeep of the Beis Hamikdash. Now that the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, the Romans, kind of in a sick humor, like really mean, demanded the same exact sum of money as tax towards the temple for Jupiter, one of their gods, in Rome. They thought it was a huge joke. The Jews thought it was a huge insult. So fiscus, like financial, Judaicus, for the Jews, the tax for the Jews. The Romans mocked the Jews for the defeat no matter where they were in the world. So that was the first thing that really bothered the Jews, following the Churban, and the Romans kind of made it bigger and broader. Then, secondly, there were fugitives from Jerusalem in all different spaces. And some of these fugitives left Jerusalem and traveled to places like Alexandria. And some of the fugitives had some really interesting things to say. We have one of them over here. Let me introduce you to the fugitive. The Romans were terrible. They destroyed the Beis Hamikdash. We should fight them. That's really scary. Should we fight them? What should we do? I don't know. We're the Jews of Alexandria. What should we do? Should we do what he said? Yeah, we should do what the refugees said. So actually, the Jews did start to fight back and respond with a couple of different rebellions throughout different provinces and different places that were under Roman rule. The results were disastrous. There was a rebellion in Alexandria, Egypt. That didn't go down too well. Another rebellion in North Africa was eventually put down by Rome. Many Jews were killed. And on a nearby island of Cyprus, which is in the Mediterranean, you can have a look at your map and find where it is. Every single Jew was killed, and no Jews were ever allowed to return to that island. That held true for centuries. This was because all those refugees that come back and share their stories of the Roman cruelty and the Jewish heroism really started to feel, whoa, we're one nation. Oh my gosh, we really are Kol Yisrael Ravens, that we really are all connected to each other. So that kind of covers everything in here. There's going to be a couple questions on it, and there's going to be another video to talk about another aspect of following the Churban.